Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's brand new NintenDIY inspired by one of my favorite games coming out on the Nintendo Switch. That is Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap is such an amazing game, and I decided to make a brand new NintenDIY so that you can actually display your Pokemon Snap pictures onto this display, and of course it's Pokemon themed. But before we jump into the brand new NintenDIY that I have for you guys, of course I want to talk about our sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online community where you can learn anything, ranging from thousands of classes such as lifestyle, photography, graphic design, including my personal favorite, fine art. I highly recommend Productivity for Creatives, Building a System That Brings Out Your Best by Thomas Frank. It's definitely helped me get into my creative zone. The first 1,000 people to use the link in my description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership, and after that it's only $10 a month. Thank you so much again to Skillshare for being our sponsor for today's brand new NintenDIY. Thank you so much again guys for all the support, and I hope you guys enjoy. So I'm really excited for today's brand new NintenDIY because it's inspired by one of my favorite games coming out on the Nintendo Switch, and this is a great way to display those pictures that you'll be taking in the game. In order to make this display, all I really did was actually use a picture frame that I found that I really loved, and then I used a cork board at the back, covered that with any type of fabric that you feel would match your home, and then I also glued strings onto the back so that way you can display this in various different ways. You can use clothespins to hold the pictures, or like I said, which is I think the coolest part, use these Pokeball pins that you will be making in this NintenDIY to pin those pictures onto the board. I made 62 of the Pokeballs. There's 63 in total. The one I didn't make was the transparent ball, so obviously that's kind of hard to make, but the 62 that I did make, I think they turned out really amazing. I even made the new Pokeball that was featured in Pokemon Legends, which is right over here. This is really easy and simple to make, but of course it does require a very steady hand, so practice makes perfect. I really wanted a way to at least display all the pictures of the Pokemon that you'll be taking in Pokemon Snap, and I think this is so gorgeous and pretty to display in your home that I hope you guys really do make this. And if you do make it, again, hashtag it NintenDIY, and I'll share it with the rest of the community. Again, thank you so much for the support, and if you have any questions about this NintenDIY, like I said, comment down below and I'll try to help you guys out. Good luck, and I hope you guys enjoy. Finally, jumping right in, of course all materials will be listed down below in the description. They are linked directly off of Amazon, so in case you have Amazon Prime, it is absolutely perfect. Keep in mind that the frame and the cork board is actually from my local craft store because I really wanted it to match the interior of my home. I went also the extra mile of braiding all my string, but of course you can use regular string. This project is totally up to you. Just make sure that you find a picture frame that you'll absolutely fall in love with. I highly recommend you plan out how you want to place the string onto your board, that way you cover a lot of space. So when it came to actually making the pins, you can either use these on the pin board or you can actually make this as a pin to wear on your clothes. It's totally up to you, but keep in mind this is very small and it will require a lot of trial and error, especially if you have never painted small objects before. The pin backing that I highly recommend is the rubber one because it's actually long enough for this pin. I'll list that down below in the description. So of course it's totally up to you if you want to make all 62 Pokeballs, but in order to make the regular Pokeball, I started off by painting half of the circle white. If this helps, you can definitely grab tape and maybe tape off the top part, but it's totally up to you. I decided to freehand it, which of course, again, it's a lot harder, and you want to make sure that you add enough layers. So when it comes to adding layers, make sure you wait for each layer to dry before you add the next one. Okay, so the next step after painting the bottom white is painting the top red. And once again, you want to add as many layers as possible, and if it helps, you can even taper off the bottom part with painter's tape just to make it a lot easier for those who aren't comfortable with painting something so small. After adding enough layers of red, it's time to add the parting line, which of course is going to be in black. This is pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie, but if you do mess up, just paint over the excess black with whatever color is needed. So for example, of course, red or white, just to make sure you have that clean black line. The next step in making a Pokeball is of course the black circle in the middle. So if you want to use a pencil to actually draw all of this out, you definitely can. It actually erases really well. Once more, I'll list all the materials down below in the description. And once you're finally done with that black dot in the middle and it has completely dried, it's time to add an even smaller dot in the middle using white. So again, this is very tedious and you have to be very careful, but keep in mind, even if you make a mistake, it can be easily fixed. Alright guys, so let me know in the comments below what is your all-time favorite Pokeball, and if you want to learn how to make the rest of the Pokeballs, keep watching. So in order to add any raised details, you can use a 2-part resin air drying clay, and of course that will be listed down below in the description with all the rest of the materials. You can add this directly onto that pin and leave it for a couple of hours in order for it to completely harden and dry. After that, you can sand it down and start painting it. As you can see, I've already added several clay pieces to several of these pins. Again, I made 62 Pokeballs in total, and let me be honest, it's a very daunting and tiring task, so I highly recommend you take breaks, but the reward is overall amazing, and I absolutely love this pin board and all the pins. Again, you can either wear it on your shirt or display all the pictures you'll be taking in Pokemon Snap. If you need any references to any of the Pokeballs, I will be showing you guys all 62 Pokeballs in this video, so stay tuned. Since I have you, please like this video, comment down below what is your all-time favorite Pokeball and why, and more importantly, subscribe. I will be doing a ton of giveaways, so make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all of my updates. Okay guys, here are all 62 Pokeballs that I made into pins. Of course, the first one is the regular Pokeball. You can't go wrong with the OG. Here we have the Charmander Pokeball. Funny enough, Charmander happens to be my favorite starter Pokemon. Next we have the Squirtle Pokeball, which is Jason's favorite starter Pokemon. And out of the starter Pokeballs, we have the last one, which of course is Bulbasaur. This is my all-time favorite Pokeball. Let me know in the comments below, guys, if you recognize this, but this is Pikachu's Pokeball. This is the numbered Pokeball. Let me know what number you'd actually place on there. I personally would put 4. This Pokeball brings back so many memories. It's from one of my favorite episodes, Richie's Pokeball. He has such a cool Pikachu. I highly recommend that episode. The next Pokeball is the Fishing Pokeball. This is the Diamond Pokeball, where I actually placed not real diamonds, but gems onto the surface. This is one of the newest Pokeballs just announced in Pokemon Legends. Let me know if you'll be getting that game for the Nintendo Switch. This is the Captain's Ball. Another simple Pokeball is the Green Ball. Next up is one of their iconic Pokeballs, which is the Great Ball. Out of all the iconic Pokeballs, one of my favorite is of course the Ultra Ball. Here I added gold paint. And of course the set wouldn't be complete without the Master Ball. The next Pokeball is the Safari Ball. I remember going into the Safari and trying to get all the rare Pokemon. Here is another version of the Safari Pokeball, which is actually one of my favorites. The camo is a nice touch. Next, we have the Level Pokeball. The next two Pokeballs are two different versions of the Lure Pokeball, just like the Safari. Let me know what color you like the most. Personally, I think the teal looks amazing. The Moon Ball is definitely one of the prettiest Pokeballs, and of course I had to add gold for the moon. Next up is the Friend Ball. This one is the Love Ball, and it's very cute in design. I actually did add clay in the front for the raised heart. Next up is the Heavy Pokeball, so let me know guys if this is your favorite. So the Fastball is one of my favorites. It actually reminds me of the Flash from DC Comics. This is the Sports Ball, which actually reminds me of all the different types of sports I've played throughout the years. Next up is the very clean Premier Ball. The Repeat Ball was pretty difficult to paint, but once you get it done, it is simply gorgeous. When I first saw the Timer Ball, I absolutely loved the design. It's definitely one of my favorites. Next up is the Nest Ball, and I feel like this is perfect for someone who just wants to stay at home. Next up is the Net Ball, and this is one of my favorite ones as well. Let me know if it's yours. Perfect for those who love the water, this is the Dive Ball. This is of course the Luxury Ball, and let me know guys if this is your favorite. This pretty pastel Pokeball is the Heal Ball, and let me know if this is one of your guys' favorites. If you tend to play healers in any RPGs, let me know. Different from the Fast Ball, this is the Quick Ball. One of the hardest ones to paint out of all the 62 Pokeballs, this is the Dusk Ball. One of my personal favorites, this is actually the Cherish Ball. It has my favorite color combination. I absolutely love the design of the Park Ball. I think it is just gorgeous. Let me know if you agree. This Pokeball is another version of the Park Ball, although I still like the OG. My all-time favorite design of a Pokeball is the Dream Ball, and I did try to add a pearlescent look to it. Next is the GS Ball, and of course it is draped in gold. Next up is the Lake Ball. Personally, I like waterfalls, but lakes are pretty cool too. Next up is the Giant Stone Ball. Not much more to say, to be honest. Funny enough, the Gold Ball doesn't actually look gold in reference pictures, so I don't know. Next up is the Pokelantis Ball. Let me know if this is one of your favorites from one of your favorite movies in the comments down below. One of the most unique designs on a Pokeball has to be the Chansey Ball. It is just so cute. One of my all-time favorite Pokeballs from one of my favorite movies is of course the Crystal Ball. It is just gorgeous. The creepiest Pokeball award goes to the Clone Ball. Let me know if you agree. Next up, we have Annie's Ball. And right behind Annie's ball, we have Oakley's Pokeball. Next up, we have the original Team Rocket Pokeball. Very simple in design, but I have to say, the latest Team Rocket Pokeball is hands down one of my favorites. It is a color combination of all the colors that I love. Definitely one of my favorites. Okay guys, the most important question maybe in this entire video, are you Team Magma? Or of course, are you Team Aqua? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up, we have Team Plasma. The icon's pretty difficult to paint, but again, take your time. Next up is the unique design of the typing ball. So due to the resin coating, you can't really see the design of the dark ball, but this is the dark ball. I'm going to straight up butcher this name, but it's Lococo's old Pokeball. Next up is Sammy's old Pokeball. Finally, the last Pokeball is, of course, the Pester Ball. Let me know in the comments, guys, what is your all-time favorite Pokeball and why? Thank you so much for watching the entirety of this video if you're still here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more NintenDIYs, because if you do, I will definitely see you next time.